Floatzilla is coming up fast. The annual paddle event is the largest of its kind on the Mississippi River. It brings out kayakers and canoeists from all over the region. There's also new events this year. So joining us to talk about Floatzilla and more specifically staying safe during the event is Charles Brennan. Charles, you are with the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. Thanks for being here today.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, such a huge event, a lot of excitement around
Yep.
it. But your focus really is around safety.
Yep.
So talk to me a little bit about what's the philosophy behind keeping people safe in such a big event that can sometimes, maybe from the outside, seem a little chaotic?
Yeah, I mean, it is very chaotic, right? On the water, it's very chaotic. But wearing, our life jackets and listening to the vessels that are out there to help direct and keep people safe is key.
So let's talk about, first, what are the biggest challenges that you face in terms of trying to keep so many people safe?
Just the sheer amount of kayakers on the water. And so 2 years ago now, we started bringing in some auxiliarists that are paddlecraft certified. And so they're referred to as AuxPad. And so they're out amongst the paddlers in their kayaks in teams of 2, helping with that, along with, the numerous safety vessels from our boats, fire departments, the sheriff's departments, and the DNR, and whoever else, is out helping. So we have a good mix of safety vessels out there to help pull people out. I know Bettendorf pulled out several last year. But just the biggest thing is we wear our life jackets properly, so not just thrown on. We have them zipped up. They're fitting correctly. So if we do go over, they will keep us afloat and make rescue a lot easier.
Right. And is that something you're looking for as folks and all these first responders who are out there helping? Is that something they look for? Are they kind of trying to spot people saying, hey, maybe that's not a safe way to wear that life jacket, or just maybe an unsafe behavior?
So we don't necessarily look at it we will look for things, but not to punish anyone. Just a reminder, hey, let's get our life jackets on. We need to have our life jackets on, because once you get to the lock, you can't lock through without that life jacket on.
Okay.
And like with locking through, right? So our inflatables, they are inflatable kayaks. They make inflatable kayaks and canoes. Those cannot lock through, along with stand-up paddlecraft cannot. So they got a portage.
And that's part of some of the changes that are happening this year. Is that right? Can you kind of elaborate on whether the changes people can expect are?
Yeah. So like the biggest one that is coming is going to be not being allowed to tow a cooler or anything behind your kayak. And then also they're going to be stricter on not allowing like inflatables and stuff through the lock.
Let's kind of broaden this out a little bit, because this is the season for getting out on the water.
Yep.
And I know this is something you're thinking about all the time, at least when people are out there. What do people need to know to stay safe? You talked about the life vests. Are there other things that they should be doing, either equipment or simply safety behaviors that need to exhibit when they're out there?
Yeah, so like some equipment, VHF radio, handheld, having one on, because we know the reception on the river with our cell phones is very spotty. And so a VHF radio is a very good tool to have on when you're out paddling in groups. And so we also have little orange stickers. And me and some others will be at packet pickup for Floatzilla, and we'll have a bunch of those stickers. But they're if found stickers. So if something were to happen to you and someone were to find your kayak, you have your phone number and stuff on there. They can contact you and say, hey, we found your kayak.
Yeah.
So either something happened to you while you were paddling, or you came up on shore and it slipped away or something.
Right.
The paddle craft could be found. And then also we have reflector kits that go on paddles. They're stickers that go on the paddles, and you can use that to reflect if you are in danger or need assistance. You can use that and reflect off of the stickers.
Yeah, and send a little signal.
Yep.
Okay, last question for you in the last 15 seconds here. What is the mindset that anyone should have when they get out on the water?
Always be prepared for the worst and expect the best. We always want to be ready for anything that comes at us, and not to have to use those those plans that we have in place.
Absolutely. Water can be very unpredictable at
Yep.
any time, no matter the body of water. All right, Charles, thanks so much for being here with us.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right. As a reminder, Floatzilla is coming up August 16th. For everything you need to know about the event, you can head to our website, WQAD.com.